Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner decides to field it. Coverage team brings down the returner. So the Oregon Ducks offense will start in a bad spot here thanks to that return. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years. And, of course, we got the modern Silver Stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in '07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the unexpected.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Wow, opening drive, and they are now backed up 3rd and very long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, looking to set up a screen pass here. Football comes out. Looks like the defense has it.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. We'll give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Now the offense is set up with a short field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Catch made on the right side. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. And the Black Knights will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Trying for a 4th down completion. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, he dropped the ball again. Now he gets it back, but that's the 2nd time we've seen the ball on the ground from this running back. Ball security is paramount. I mean, it's a deal breaker if you do not buy into it as a running back. His coach is not going to be happy that he's put the ball on the ground twice.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. First down here for this offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Army.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the return will be brought down. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fired into a tight window and picked off. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Single back takes the handoff. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Battling down near the goal line, but loses the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
It's a quick grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Short connection to the tight end here. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. And the Ducks will bring their punt team onto the field. When he comes for his second punt of the game. See if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. It's a sack. They've got him back at the 4-yard line. Well, early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he'll set up to throw. Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Well, that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw, but really it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out at the 29. That's where they'll begin the drive. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? He's got it on a crossing route. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the freshman making an impact play there.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's caught downfield. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, and now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punt will bounce out of bounds down near the 20-yard line. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? There's the handoff. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that previous play. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes a quick grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And the Black Knights will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And the Black Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw yet again. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Who makes the grab? And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Army.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Second and 10 here. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The defense takes their third and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. And the Ducks will have to punt this one away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. They've got a chance here, enough time to try to add some points before halftime. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? First down, they're going to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half.
The Ducks will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First play of the second half is a handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looking to pass here on second down. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's going to take another shot right here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Return starts from inside the 5. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Throws to the tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35. A new set of downs after that completion. On the run, it's Callow powering through.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They punted 4 times already on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this third down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
The Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
2nd down after the incompletion. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running with purpose. And a quick spin move there before he's dropped. Decent pickup on the play. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Now play number 9 on this drive. They'll run it here. It's the running back with the ball. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here comes the handoff. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Breaks loose at the 45. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And Kirk, it's Army in the lead here. And with 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. They break the huddle for 3rd down and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? They feed the fullback this time. Touchdown, Army. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Well, you go to old reliable here, the fullback who doesn't get his hands on the ball very often. 3rd down and goal, great time to surprise the defense. He powers his way into that end zone.
The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st down, it's play action. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Important 2nd down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Inside the 10. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, you could tell that this play caller, the offensive coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the 2nd half. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. Snags the quick throw. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with the sack.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He's running out of time here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing fourth down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
They bring him down after a short gain there. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes a quick catch. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw it on first down. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the returner will be brought down. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. And the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Pressure, and he floats this pass deep down the right side. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. And right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
He's found some room at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And the Black Knights begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to pass this time. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid game there.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Here's the second down play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And this one is caught. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year.